For Learning Target 1.2 on the Unit 1 test, when it says to evaluate the expression for the given value of the variable, the first thing you do on every problem is just take the value of the variable and substitute it where you see the variable in the original expression. And I'm going to substitute inside parentheses when I do that. 3 times 4 in parentheses with the square on the outside minus 5 times 4 plus 11. At this point, it becomes an order of operations problem. Reminder that the order of operations says first do all operations inside parentheses or grouping symbols. Once you've finished all of those, then do any exponents. When you're done with exponents, do any multiplication and division from left to right. And then last but not least, you're going to do any remaining addition and subtraction from left to right. So the first thing I'm going to do, I don't have any operations inside parentheses. What's inside parentheses is just 4. So the next thing is to take care of this exponent, which means I get 3 times 16, because 4 squared means 4 times itself. And then minus 5 times 4, I can take that out of parentheses if I want to, or just leave the parentheses around the 4 either way, plus 11. So I don't have any exponents left. The next thing is to look for multiplication and division from left to right. So I'm going to do the first multiplication. 3 times 16 is 48. And I'm just doing one thing at a time because sometimes when people are bunching things up right now, they're getting themselves in trouble. I still have multiplication left, so I'm going to do that next. 48 minus 20 plus 11. Now it's down to addition and subtraction, whichever one comes first. Since the subtraction comes first, I'll do it first. 48 minus 20 is 28. Bring down my plus 11, and then my final operation is this addition, and 28 plus 11 is 39. Again, the next problem, where I see m, I'm just going to substitute 3 in its place. Everything else in that problem just gets copied down. Now, in the order of operations, any operations inside parentheses or other grouping symbols, these square brackets are grouping symbols, which means I need to do the 4 times 3 minus 2 before I do anything else. Inside there, I have multiplication and subtraction. Of those two, multiplication should go first. So my first step is just to bring down the negative 3. I'm going to leave those square brackets alone with the square on the outside. All of that is on the outside of the grouping symbols, so I'll do those later. 4 times 3 is 12. And bring down my minus 2. I'm still not done with operations inside these big square brackets because I still have a 12 minus 2. So this becomes negative 3 times 10 squared, and I can put that as square brackets or parentheses. Now, there are no operations inside grouping symbols anymore, just the number 10. So what I have left in this problem is the multiplication between the negative 3 and the 10, and the exponent on the 10. Well, exponents go before multiplication. So 10 squared is 100, so this becomes negative 3 times 100. And then that last multiplication, negative 3 times 100 is negative 300 for my final answer.